Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short-form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. That's what we have for music, and now we're moving into gaming and tech. Gaming and tech, we have a whole bunch of follow-ups. That is going to be the name of the game this episode. So starting things off, Netflix, we talked about this a month ago now. Netflix is rolling out a ad-supported tier, and it was originally going to be 3 to 5 years before we actually saw such a thing roll out worldwide. Well, what with their negative numbers that they've been pulling for the last quarter of the year and all of the other controversies around them, they have been losing stock shares. They've been losing market share. They're going down very fast. And so it seems they have fast-tracked the ad-supported pay rate for their service. So the only way I see this coming out on top for Netflix is if the ad-supported version is like $2 to $3 a month, because otherwise I think they're still going to continue to hemorrhage their subscriber base. Though theoretically, once Stranger Things comes out, that could kind of level the playing field. Only time will tell. It's going to be a very interesting next quarter in terms of Netflix, so we will be keeping tabs there. Our next piece of gaming and tech news has to do with PlayStation Plus. We just got some new rollouts for the service. We have a whole bunch of PlayStation 1, PSP, PlayStation Portable, PS2, PS3, and even some PS4 games that have been announced recently. Some really big ones, Metal Gear series. Honestly, the link in the description takes you directly to the PlayStation Plus blog that has to do with all of these giant announcements. Most of them are available for purchase outright. The PlayStation 3 games largely are the ones that are not available for purchase. You must subscribe to the monthly subscription service in order to play them, but by and large, most of these games are available without the monthly subscription. You can just purchase them and have a cloud-based version of these games so that you can access it whenever you want, even if you're not paying them monthly, which I think is freaking awesome, and Disney, Nintendo could definitely learn a thing or two here from Sony. Our next piece of follow-up news, Fall Guys, we talked about them going free to play and finally going cross-platform. Well, that is all happening on June 21st. It is going to be launching on the Xbox, the Nintendo Switch, and in the Epic Game Store. Not just on Steam, it is going to be all over the place, so everyone is going to get an opportunity to play. Free to play means that the people who paid to play previously are going to be a little upset. So if you are one of those people, they have said they are going to do something extra for their one-time paying customers who paid for the game before this point. So I don't know exactly, I didn't see exactly what that was going to be, but as we get closer to that June 21st release date or update, whatever, we will be keeping tabs. But that is what we have for follow-ups in gaming and tech. Now let's get to new trailers. We have a Multiverses trailer. This one, Batman Shaggy takes center stage, and yeah, I'm super bummed that I have not been able to jump in on the beta for Multiverses. Just looking at some of the footage from people who have been in on the beta, it just looks like so much fun, and I really can't wait for the game to launch. Still don't know exactly what the pay structure is going to be, if it's going to be free to play like other fighters and then you have to pay per character, or if it's going to be a one-time purchase where you get the entire thing, or if there's going to be season passes or whatnot and so forth. We will be keeping tabs as the release date comes forward. Still no official date for release, just know it's going to be sometime this year. Our first piece of regular old news in the gaming and tech section has to do with a thing called SpaceHey. It is apparently time to get retro on social media, so much so that SpaceHey is a retro clone version of Myspace, the social media that made social media a common term in the popular lexicon. It was very interesting. So this is created by a German teenager named On, I believe is how that is pronounced. There are currently over 500,000 regular users of SpaceHey. It seems very interesting. I have yet to actually go look into it and not just read the news with the press releases and stuff around it. So very interested there. I don't know how this is going to exactly work out, but we do know that it is not algorithm based and it is very much privacy centric, which is so weird in the age of social media that it just might be worth a check out. Go look at and see the things and see what's going on there. SpaceHey is the name of the platform. And then our final piece of news for gaming and tech is the iPod has officially been killed. So Apple just finally discontinued all iPod models. The final model was the iPod Touch, which was basically basically a smartphone without the phone capability. And now they are no longer in the MP3 player game. They only make phones, it would seem, and computers. Just a kind of a sign of the times, man. The MP3 player is now officially dead, I think, which kind of makes me a little sad and feel quite old. So that being said, that's what we have for the main section of gaming and tech. Let's get into gaming and tech suggestions. Our suggestion for this week is just the one that we've hit a million times for gaming and tech already, but Season 2 did just roll out. So Halo Infinite Season 2 is in full swing. It is still super buggy, but it's minor bugs at this point and not really game-breaking bugs by and large. So definitely much more playable. And the new Last Spartan Standing mode is so addictive. I definitely spend way too much time playing Last Spartan Standing and not doing the work for the wonderful nerds who watch the channel. So my apologies, but I mean, I'm getting better so I don't make a fool of myself on our live episodes Friday nights. That being said, again, Halo Infinite Season 2 is our gaming and tech suggestion for the week. Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.